Hello guys, welcome to YouTube series of data science and machine learning. So today we are going to understand one of the main basic or simplest, you can say, keyword of Python and or any other language. It's most basic concept to understand Python if and else statement. Okay, the syntax is pretty simple. You can just start. Okay, just we can learn. We use the statement if it is the keyword, then test expression which we have to test. And the test, if the test is true, then this statement will be executed. Otherwise, it will not be executed. Okay, and any value other than zero will be considered as true for this statement. I mean that any other value than zero, if it comes any other value than zero, so the text expression will be considered as true and it will be executed. So let's start with an example. Num is equals to 10. We assign 10 to num. If none, it means if none, print this, else this. Malab, this statement will be always this statement will be printed as it is not in the loop. Okay, and how we can find out it is in the loop? We use if. This is the test expression, and this is used for loops or if and else. This is colon. Okay, and after this colon, when we write below it, it automatically leaves four spaces. This is the indication that every statement which under it which has given four spaces before writing the code, it means that is in the loop, that is in the if statement. And whichever is not following the four spaces or indentation, it is called indentation. If it is not there, that means it is not in the loop or not in if else key. Okay, so if none, we are giving it that it is not, it is none. None is also keyword we are giving it. In this test expression is only also a keyword, so none means zero, it means it has zero value. So zero, so it will not be printed false, and this will always be printed. You can see we have this will always be printed. Number is positive, so this is okay. And we can write if true, then both statement will be printed. Okay, so we have given it that test expression is true, so we have to print the statement which is under indentation or which is in the loop or which is in the if keyword. Always remember, after this colon we have four spaces which is called indentation, and that proves us that it is in the loop. Now, till we studied if statement. Okay, so now we'll study if else statement. If else statement is a easy, very easy. So, what is it is same if test expression colon indentation four spaces and both of if body of if, sorry, whichever whatever you want to put it in. And if it is not true, else this will be executed. It means if test expression is true, it will be executed. Body of if will be executed, and if test expression of if is not true, it means if test expression is false, the body of else will be executed. It's very easy, you can understand it. Let's assign a num which has 10 value. So if num is greater than 0, print this, else print this. But if num is greater than 0 is true, so we have positive number. Okay, if elif if when we have more than two possibilities of an answer or more than two outcomes, which needs more than if and else, then it comes elif. We can put as many elifs as we want, and it is just like you know. Let me explain. If test expression is true, body of if will be executed. Else if it is pronounced as lf, but it is written as lf. So elif test expression, another test expression, if it is true then body of elif, else it means any value other than this. If an elif has come as output, then you will use body of else. It's very simple. You can just we assign 0 to num. You can see we assign 0 to num. Then we, if num is greater than 0, print positive number. If num is equals to, this is called equals to sign in Python. Okay, not single equal to, it will be assigned as here. Okay, so when we see equals to 0, print 0, else print negative. But in this situation, elif condition is true, so elif condition will be run. Nested if, it means we can put multiple ifs in if and else statements only. Okay, let's assign 10.5, it's a float. Okay, 10.5 to num. If num is greater than equal to 0, if num is equal to 0, it means if num is equals to 0, yeah, let's understand, if num is equals to 0, then this, and it is true for this statement. Okay, always see the cursor. Num is equals to 0 is greater than, so it is true. Then we will go in more, we will execute the if statement, and what the if statement says after indentation, again it is a if statement, it is called nested if. If num is equals to 0, print 0. It means if num is greater than equals to 0, and if num is equals to 0, print 0, else print positive number. Okay, if it is 0, if it is equal greater than equals to 0, it is proved that it is greater than equal to 0 in this if statement. And we are writing another if statement, if it is 0 equals to 0, if it is equals to 0, print 0, else print positive number. And for, we have if, and it is the else of this if, so we have to write else for this if also. Else print it is negative number, it's but obvious, it's greater than 0 or 0, then we have these two outcomes. And if it is not 0 or greater than 0, then it must be negative number, so it is a negative number. But we have seen after running the output, it is a positive number. I hope you have understand it. It is a very simple concept. Okay, so it is just a sample code for finding the largest number, among three numbers. And we will use AND operator, logical operator, if you remember. Okay, we have three numbers, num1, num1, num2, num3. We have assigned it 10, 15, 15. So if num1 is greater than equals to num2 and num1 is greater than equals to num3, largest is equals to num. We are creating a variable, and we are storing value of num1 if it is largest from num1, num2, and num3. We are using AND, though both the values should be true if you want to put the num1 in largest. Elif num2 is greater than equals to num1, and num2 is greater than equal to num3, so the largest value will be num2. We are creating a variable. Okay, here in if else statement only, we are creating a variable. And else, if num1 and num2 both are not greater, that automatically means num3 is greatest, so we will store largest in num3 in the largest, and then we will print it using dot format. And we are using the largest, we have learned it. So the output, you can see largest element is 50, so our program is good and working, it is giving us correct output. So thank you, and if you have any queries or doubts, you can ask. I can explain it or solve it for you. Thank you.